If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 130 of My Player here on FIFA 15. We start with an extremely important game that actually we haven't been selected for. Very, very peculiar. We've not been selected for the first leg of the Europa League round of 16 against Manchester City. I don't know why. Genuinely, absolutely no idea why we've not been selected for that. We've been in great form, scoring goals, picking up assists, but the manager has deemed the right decision not to select us. So Churchy and Mandzukic start up alongside each other. We'll skip this first game then, or not skip it, but sim it, and we'll see if we can get an away goal or two and maybe a result. I'm actually quite disappointed at that. I was really looking forward to playing against Man City in this first leg. We'll hopefully be selected for the second leg. But Nasri and Edin Dzeko still at Manchester City. That's strange. Normally he's transferred to Arsenal, so nice to see him still at City, unless he went to Arsenal earlier on in the series and then came back again. But Nasri and Dzeko get the goals to give Man City a 2-0 victory in the first leg of the round of 16 of the Europa League. I'm rather annoyed at Diego Simeone right now. I wanted to start that game and have a positive impact on it. We're not going to get the chance to. We've been selected for the England game for European qualifiers coming up in the not too distant future. But we have been selected for this game against Valladolid. Well, let's try and prove to the manager then that we are worth selecting for this second game against Manchester City by putting in an extremely good performance against Valladolid. Screw you, Diego Simeone. Raul Garcia's given that straight to Alfaro, who's found Castillo. First shot, first save from Yana Black. I don't know what Raul Garcia was doing there. Gave it straight to them, a ridiculous attempted pass. They've got a corner now, and they could cause them some problems here. They are going to find a teammate. He's won the header, Sastre, but it is fortunately straight at Yana Black. Almost an absolute gift for the opposition there in the opening 15 minutes or so. I'm going to try and knock this down to Jimenez if I can, and we've done just that. He's going to get it back to me. I'm going to try and turn the defender. We're in behind. Got the pace to get away. I'm going to go across goal, my left foot. Good save by Marino. Chances at both ends then. Oh, that was a very late challenge by Raul Jimenez. He'll definitely get booked for that when the play stops, but for now, Valladolid are going to come forward. This is an elongated first opening highlight. Sastre coming down the right-hand side into Corsia. You're going to play it back to him. He is. Sastre had the chance from the corner. Nice little back heel to Alfaro. Not sure whether they'll have a shot. Here they are, and draw another good save out of Yana Black. Another corner for Valladolid. You would presume that Mandzukic is going to get his yellow card, although it doesn't appear that he's been given one, which is very odd considering the nature of that challenge, and they've gone 1-0 up. A very, very good header. This is not part of the plan. Dropped against Manchester City and then 1-0 down after 20 minutes against Valladolid. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Is our season falling apart? I certainly hope not. We'll have to wait and see what we can do in the rest of this game, but we need to pull our finger out of our backsides if we want to win this one now. Throw in by Omar, looks for Sastre, knocks it down. Oliver Torres might get hold of it, but can't. Omar Ramos is going to go inside again to Corsia. 3 or 4 men forwards here for Valladolid. They're really going for it here. I don't know what their situation is in the league, whether they need points to stay up or whether they're just in mid-table obscurity at this late stage of the season. But they're definitely going for it here. Already 1-0 up, and that was probably only the second highlight I've shown you to this point as we head towards half-time. But they've had a lot of the ball, as you can see top left. 60-40 is the possession percentage, and they've just been the better side so far. We can't seem to create anything, which drastically needs to change in the second half. Guy with the throw, looks for Oliver Torres, brings it down well, gets it back to the left back, inside to Oliver Torres again. Good feet from him. His guy, I'll call for the cross, it's coming my way. Can't quite win the first header, can we win the second? No, can't win that one either. Guy Vogie with a challenge though, we've tested it down. Keep it away from the defender, Tez. We're going to drive around the outside, if Raul Garcia will get out of the way, and I'll try and stand the cross back up into the middle. There's Raul Jimenez, and a top save from Mourinho keeps us out. First chance of the second half goes our way. Decent header there from Raul Jimenez, and a top save to tip it over the bar. Corners coming in from Raul Garcia. Can we get ourselves an equaliser in the opening part of the half to give us the impetus to go and get a winner towards the latter end of the half? No, Mourinho goes up again and actually wins a free kick thanks to the challenge of Oliver Torres on him. Castillo across to Timor. Chance to slot that through the channel if he wants. He's avoided the opportunity so far, but he has found Sastre now. Being defended well, hounded well, good pressure from the defence, but he is going to find the ball back to Timor. Godin goes in, gives away a penalty, and it's going to be the chance for Valladolid to make it 2-0 here. Oh, I can't quite believe this is happening. A 2-0 defeat to Man City in a game we're not selected for. And then, via the lead, come away with a brilliant opportunity. Oh, look, what on earth is he doing there? That was particularly strange. He almost fell over and then it looked as if his ankle was... I cannot even begin to explain what happened there. And for some reason, I can't skip this either. Don't know what's going on unless it was trying to show a replay of someone getting booked and now I can't forward the game at all. Hopefully it's not stuck like this forever and they'll take their penalty sooner rather than later. I will cut now. Oh no, there we go. It's decided something. We got a free kick. I thought, how if we ended up with a free kick from there? I thought that was a penalty to them. It was a clear penalty to them, surely. Godin just absolutely wiped him out. Never mind. I'll call for this down the line. Maybe we could go up the other end and score at the other end to make it 1-1 rather than them have the penalty opportunity to make it 2-0. I'm going to drill this across looking for... Oh, I don't know who that was. Was it Pjanic or Gabby? Someone. So we got an accomplishment for crossing. 2 accomplishments for crossing. I don't really want accomplishments for crossing. I want a goal to go get the scoreline back to 1-1. This is, again, a weird elongated highlight that I thought was going to end with them scoring, but we may get... Oh, I tried to just do him with the step over. We've still got the ball. I'll play it into the man in space there. It's Raul Jimenez. Is he going to come back to me? No, he's just going to run into the defender. Never mind. Less than 10 minutes to go now. Could have been 2-0. Could have been 1-1, but it's neither. Gaia into Gabby. I've got a lot of space here, and we've got Mandzukic in some space on this side, who squares it across to Raul Garcia, who wastes his effort. A glorious opportunity for us to get an equalising goal. So much space for Garcia there, but he's just got underneath it. Oh, such a rash, reckless attempt to try and slot that into that top corner. All he had to do was just calmly place it, and it would have been definite 1-1. I can't believe he's done that. That's such a waste. Such a waste. Here's Pjanic into Mandzukic. Nice little touch, though. Garcia will find us here. Mandzukic is in the middle. We might not need him, though. We might not need him. Chance to make it 1-1. And now I've put my chance wide. Oh, my God. It just will not break for us in this game. We got the little bit of luck with it not being a penalty, but then chances at the other end. And we just can't get the ball in the back of the net. What is going on? Real Valladolid 1, Atletico Madrid 0 is the final score. I can't quite believe we've lost that game. I wanted to really prove to Diego Simeone that we were worth selecting for the second leg against Manchester City. I don't know whether we've done that. I don't think we deserve to play in the second leg against Manchester City, to be completely honest. I'd love it if he'd select me, though, but I'm really not sure whether we're going to get to play in this one. And obviously after that, it's international games, so we'll save the international games for the next episode. So the game against Man City might be our last chance in this episode to actually have an effect on what happens on the pitch. I'm going to eventually try and move to the season tab, thank you game, to see who the games are against. The first one is against Northern Ireland, the second one is against Belgium. Well, I want to play against City, so... I don't know whether your game does this. When you a few seasons in, the menus, when you back out from one screen into another, take forever to actually do anything. Please select me for the game against City, Diego. Please. I want to play. I'm so desperate to help us get through to the next round of the Europa League, into the quarter-finals. We're 2-0 down from the first leg, remember, at the beginning of the episode, thanks to goals from Sami Nasri and Edin Dzeko. Please pick me. Manager unimpressed with Chesnoy's performances in the bottom left. That's what it says. We have been selected for the City game. Good decision, manager. Right, I'm going to prove that decision worthwhile now. I'm going to go and score 10 goals. Tackle by Gaia on Sigurdsson. Coming forward here. Suarez should use either myself or Mandzukic. And he has done. Step over, take it past the defender. Chance of a free kick there. Mangala, we've done him. Going to get the shot away. Oh, good save down low by Joe Hart. I just couldn't quite get the ball out from underneath my feet to have a decent opportunity there. That is the first chance of the game, though, and it's a promising sign, the fact that we were able to beat Mangala and break his ankles like that, similar to how Messi did against Jerome Boateng last week. But we'll try and do it again before the end of the game, because we need to do it at least twice if we want to get ourselves through to the next round of the Europa League. Pjanic quickly uses me, and we'll sweep it out to Mario Suarez. Not really too much space to run into here, so I'm going to have to just cut back. Suarez has made a good run, though, so I'll use him again. We are perhaps making a few inroads forward here, but it's coming very, very slowly. Nice turn by Baptistel. Eventually gets the ball to Silvio Mario Suarez as Kolarov was racing in on him. We'll try and get my first touch away from the defender. His shot's in. It's dropped to Mandzukic, and that is not the best of shots. Could have had the opportunity there to make it 1-0 and really put pressure on Man City for the rest of this game, but unfortunately a poor finish from me earlier on, of which it's actually showing a replay now, and then a poor finish from Mandzukic just there, meaning that we stay 0-0 on the night and 2-0 down on aggregate. Pjanic up towards Mandzukic. Loads of space out wide. Nice little 1-2 there. They have found Silvio, but that space is gone now. But he might get a cross in. Someone might get a cross in. Arda Turan perhaps. I trust Arda Turan with the ball at his feet. And he's found Silvio again. He finds Mario Suarez. A call for it. He's found me. We'll get the shot off. It's hit the side netting. Weird attempt at a first touch there. Not really too sure what my guy did. I'd like to see a replay. We're not going to get the full replay of the whole chance. We get the shot off into the side netting though. Still threatening coming forward here. Man City aren't necessarily comfortable at the back. We just haven't really had the clear-cut opportunities that we need to this point to get ourselves back in the tie. Yaya Toure driving forward in a the stereotypical Yaya Toure fashion. That's a lovely ball into Samir Nasri. He's got Dzeko in the box, finds Yaya Toure, he's gone straight at him, but the referee has pointed to the spot. Are you kidding me? Almost a penalty given in the first game and it wasn't against Diego Godin, but this time one is. And I need to see a replay because I don't really know what happened. As we passed it off, he's just tried to reach around and he's tripped him. It's a definite penalty. And Man City have the chance here to put us out of the Europa League. If they score here, we need 4 to go through on the night. Because if we score 3 and draw overall and aggregate, they'll go through on away goals. Yaya Toure with 15 minutes to go to put Man City in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. And I believe he's done just that. A top pen into the top corner. A game of few chances and even fewer goals. And it looks as if we're going to be going out of the Europa League in a very, very disappointing fashion. Arda Turan with a throw into Silvio. He should have at least a little bit of pace to get away from Kolarov, but not the strength to get away from Kolarov. Silva coming away with it, finds Kolarov again. And Dzeko now on up top for Alvaro Negredo, but City seem quite content to hold on to possession. And David Silva isn't exactly a bad player to call upon to try and hold possession with. Zucclini and Fernandinho linking up. I'm trying to get involved defensively, but they're just playing the ball around us right now. Ruben Perez wins the ball there, though. I'll try and play it through for Alessio Cerci to run onto, which he has done. Try and get up in support. Arda Turan coming down the right-hand side. Mangala has the pace on him. Gets a good challenge in as well. We will get a throw-in in a dangerous position. Not long left to go at all, but can we at least get ourselves a consolation goal? I'll run here short for Arda Turan to get it to me. We'll get the cross in. Look for Cerci. Can he win the header? Nowhere near it. Completely mistimed his jump, but Guy has recovered the ball. Out wide to Koke. Should be an option for a through ball into the middle, but he's turned it down to get it out wide towards Gaia. I'll call for the cross. It's coming my way. Can I win it? No. Mangala again, very, very dominant in the air. Zucclini clears it away. That pretty much sums up our entire episode, not just this one game. This episode has been very, very disappointing. I'm just out of frustration going to have a crack from distance. We will get a corner though, so maybe we will get something to at least bring a small smile to the face before we end the episode. But as it looks right now, 2 very wet, disappointing, sad 1-0 defeats on the horizon. I'll call for this from Miranda. Not going to get it. Gaia will give it to Koke. Oh, it's been such a disappointing episode. I really wanted to, kind of state my claim for a consistent first-team spot here in this one. I've just gotten in the way of Cerci there. You'd expect the final whistle to go, and it has done. So a 1-0 defeat to Manchester City on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Valladolid. Not what we wanted in today's episode, to say the least, and not really doing our first-team chances any good whatsoever there at all. But not tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Saturday we'll have an international special with the games against Northern Ireland and Belgium. Not sure whether we'll be selected for the first one, but we are confirmed as eliminated from the Europa League in the round of 16. And I'm not too sure what our league campaign looks like right now either after that defeat to Valladolid. Really not keen on the way things are going so far in this season, and we've now dropped to 4th in the table. Everybody there from 2nd to 5th is on 56 points, and Real are 10 points clear. Well, it looks like Champions League football is the aim. The question is, can we get it? We'll find out in the next few episodes, but for today's, that's going to bring it to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies we couldn't get the results we wanted, but we'll just have to try harder next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.